Hello and welcome to the Talk Agile series. I am your favorite host, Mark Anthony. And today we're going to take a few minutes to dive into time management for small businesses. How critical is it that a small business has effective time management tied into their daily business operations? As you could see, it's a very mission critical skill that every small business should ensure that they are constantly improving, refining, and fine tuning as they go along, and which helps manage or drive business objectives or the overall business goal to yield better results or return on value, which eventually leads to return on investment. So, how do you do that? First, have your daily objectives mapped to tasks. In other words, if you have set goals that you want to accomplish or objectives that are to be accomplished rather on a daily basis, ensure that you're mapping those objectives to detailed tasks. And when you map those objectives to tasks, it helps you understand on a daily basis, what is it I need to do to take me closer to my business goal or my business objective for that day? Not only that, when you map those objectives to tasks, you also have to ensure that you're prioritizing your task. Prioritization is a very key component, both for small and medium sized or large scale businesses and even individuals. If you do not have priorities and what your focus should be at any given time, you're bound to run into complications. And the complications you run into is that you end up doing things that may or may not, or most often, is those tasks that you accomplish on a daily basis may not necessarily tie back to your initial business objective. And what is it that happens when you're not tying your daily tasks to your business objectives? Obviously, it slows down delivery. Obviously, you're not ensuring or you end up not delivering what satisfies or what brings value to your end customer. In turn, it reduces the amount on your return on investment, or it reduces the return on investment as far as your services or products that you end up passing on to the end consumer. So that's very critical. When you map your objectives to tasks, ensure that you're prioritizing the task. And not only are you prioritizing the task, the third part of it is that ensure that those are measurable goals. How do you measure your or your return on value versus your return on investment? The primary objective of every business, as you know, is to deliver value, because it's through the value you deliver to your end customers or your end consumers that drives the return on investment. No business or organization goes into business saying, you know what, I am going to ensure that I have my return on investment. Well, if you're investing because you want to drive or deliver something that the consumer needs. If you're satisfying needs, you're driving value. So, in order for you to drive investment or return on investment, you have to be initially able to drive business value. What is it that my clients need? Am I satisfying the ask from my client? Am I researching to have a better understanding of what is it exactly that my consumers or customers need, not want? A want is always different from a need. So by the time you nail it down to understanding that your business goals tie back to objectives, and those objectives have some way or have to be mapped to tasks that your daily business operations have to ensure that are going on a daily basis that now drive the end product or the outcome that ends up satisfying your customers, then you're not really answering the needs of the customer. So business value comes first, and it's business value that drives business or return on investment. business return on investment. So again, the first part, map your objectives to task, prioritize your task, which is the second part of it. And the third part of it is that ensure they are measurable. Have KPIs, have feedback loops that always tell you how much value you're driving at the end of the day, that ties back to your business objective or goal, which is to deliver value to your end consumers. And also learn to plan ahead. In the event of planning ahead, you're not waiting to finish one task or finish everything entirely before you start thinking of what comes next. It should be more like a pipeline. There should be more like a release plan. There should be more like a set standard or schedule of delivery that tells you, okay, once I'm done with this, I should be thinking of the next item in the queue. Because at the end of the day, in order to drive value, value is not something that is derived from just doing something one time and then you're driving that value. It's a continuous loop that once you've delivered that value or that initial value, there might be other components that require your attention. So, how do you ensure that you're planning around all these things? Looking at your business goals versus your operational goals. Ensure that everything is aligned and keyed into one thing, driving value for your end consumer. The other part is that identify your partners, whether it's internally or externally. Internally, you want to be able to identify those partners or resources or individuals who are going to be working, whether directly or indirectly, that you can delegate responsibilities to, and then be able to sit back as a business or as a person managing a project to understand how those areas or delegations are going and how they are tying back to the overall objective, which is drive business value, right? Drive business value for your end consumer or your end client. And so long as you're doing all these things on a regular basis, you're bound to see results. Not only that, integrate technology. A lot of small businesses, mostly owned by or done by individuals, sometimes we tend to think that we don't need a whole lot of technology. But technology is key. Whether you're doing the automation of your emails, you're using free tools to do your task tracking or task management or scheduling or documentation, regardless of how you see it, there is always a key need to have the right partners and be able to delegate and allow people who you're delegating it to professionally find ways to respond to the assigned task that they have to do. And then in the final part of it is adopt a model of delivery. In adopting a model of delivery, don't try to do a waterfallish approach and an agile approach at the same time. Try to have a set pattern or a set practice that you adopt within your environment that helps you drive your day-to-day business task. Yes, you might be an individual. You might choose an agile way of development where you're looking at more iterative approaches. You're looking at the scenarios where you're doing being more collaborative. You're looking at scenarios where you're focusing solely on a specific feature set and then being able to complete that, deliver it in good time. Now, understand at the same time that as you deliver all these things, right, which you are the feature sets or certain capabilities or certain functionalities or certain areas of your service that you're looking to improve on a daily basis, understand also that you can't get the final answer that first time. Be able to incrementally drive that value. That you've delivered that value at that time doesn't mean that you've delivered it and that's it. Think of a feedback loop from your client. As you get that feedback, you try to integrate that back into your daily business routines or operations to improve it more. There's always room for growth. There's always room for improvement. So, as we said, think about these things we've discussed today. Look us up on our website at www.agile17.com. Follow us on Instagram at Agileseventeen, on Facebook at Agileseventeen, and also follow us on Twitter at Agileseventeen. Give us a call sometime, 469-235-1904. Visit our office location at 4100 Spring Valley Road in Farmers Branch, Texas. Agileseventeen is always there to help you deliver on promise and drive the value that you need to drive for your small businesses. We're very thankful for statements for men for this wonderful outfit, and being a proud sponsor of the Talk Agile series. We look forward to engaging more and more with you and helping you understand the essence of time management for any small business. Remember, map your objectives to task. Prioritize your task. Not only that, ensure that your goals are measurable. Not only that, you need to plan ahead. Not only that, ensure that you're delivering the right value, right? Not only that, ensure that you're partnering and delegating. Not only are you partnering and delegating, but ensure also you're integrating the right technology in your daily business operations. And overall, identify the model that best suits your business and follow it. Till next time, let's talk agile. Thank you.